Man's Best Friend was directed by Anthony Hornis and stars DJ Perry, who also produced the film and wrote the screenplay for this as well. Now, this is the 5th production that I've seen from Collective Media. And before this, they have done, of course, the Quest trilogy. The very first film of that I reviewed earlier, 40 Nights. That was followed by Chasing the Star and ultimately concluded with The Christ Slayer. After that, they decided to do the period piece Wild Faith, which was also a terrific production. And now they went ahead and did Man's Best Friend. This film, wow. Okay, this is easily, without question, the most heartfelt, punch-filled production I have seen them make to this day. Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about a little bit of the plot of the film. I don't want to reveal too much about it, so I'm going to be a little careful here as far as what I want to reveal, because I want you to see the film for yourself, because it packs such an emotional punch and teaches a great lesson as well. The story focuses around Paul Landings, played by Perry himself, and he is a wounded war veteran that apparently was injured in Afghanistan in 2008 due to an IED, that stands for Improvised Explosive Device. He and his service dog, Bart, helped save several servicemen during that attack, but unfortunately, Paul was seriously injured in that. He became physically impaired, and his dog Bart was killed. Now, flash forward to the current day, 10 years later, and he's living in this town right now where he kind of works part-time at a local animal shelter because he has such an enormous love for dogs. And why wouldn't you? Dogs are, of course, I love dogs myself. And as a result, he also takes in many dogs into his house that they were going to euthanize. Nobody was going to adopt them, so he was going to go ahead with the no man left behind philosophy, and because he loves them so much, he was going to bring them into his house. That eventually, of course, with some of his erratic behavior, and they see that he's having a hard time consistently paying the rent, and bringing in so many dogs into this house is a potential health code issue. So you see kind of where it's going with that. He's kind of getting some problems coming from society as a result of that. Also, you have a group of young high school students who are kind of wanting to antagonize him, and it is being led by a group of this one who is the big football star of the high school and also happens to be the son of the mayor of the town. Now, they decide to get together and want to really teach him a lesson, and as a result of that, they wind up creating a tragic event that eventually takes the lives of some of his dogs. Actually, a lot of his dogs, actually. Again, I don't want to reveal too much more about that, but in retribution for what they did, Paul gets back in them, and because he is a veteran and he is well trained in the art of attack and defense. Wow. And I'll say one thing too. One of the many positive qualities of this film is the authenticity. Now, I know nothing about post-traumatic stress disorder, and I've never served in the military, so all I can really do is judge from what I've seen and what from people have said. So, but from what I've seen, certainly, the action scenes in this one, the scenes that they use for the footage from Afghanistan, I thought was very, very well done. The scene where Paul also shows off his skills against the people that did that horrible event were frighteningly real. Usually you can see lesser known stunt people, you can tell them that they're kind of taking it easy when they're doing these stunts. I didn't see any of that in this. This was insane. I was like, wow. I mean, my wife and I watched that and our jaws just dropped. That was wild. That was really something else. As a result of that, Perry's character, Paul Landings, gets arrested for that attack. He gets taken into custody, and the rest of the film is pretty much a courtroom drama to see, basically bringing witnesses in from people who have seen this, who have possibly led up to it, and what happened at the end. Here, as a result, we also get some really cool new actors coming in here. Don Most, you might remember him. He played Ralph in Happy Days. He plays Paul's attorney in this and does a terrific job. Everybody does really, really great. But the one actor that I want to stress on this, Perry himself, this dude, let me tell you something. When I saw him in, because he portrayed Jesus in 40 Nights and The Christ Slayer. Now, when you're playing Jesus, it's a wonderful character to play, but you're kind of pigeonholed. You can't really kind of go too far off the rails because, as you know, you have to kind of stay within the realm of the Bible. But here, his range of emotion that he played for Paul Landings was just absolutely stunning, and he was really given the chance to shine here. So his performance just totally knocked me out, and completely, to me, authentic. I never doubted it for a split second. The cinematography was terrific, the music was terrific, all the performances were terrific. In previous films that I've seen from Collected Media, I kind of figured, especially in the biblical films, I mentioned before that you had a lot of American actors that are playing actors from other nationalities, and it just kind of didn't seem to gel. It was a little bit jarring at first, although the performances were so heartfelt and it was so well filmed, I just kind of let that roll past me. Here, everybody is in the zone. It is solid from start to finish. The courtroom scenes are really, really very well done, and I'm not going to say, but one witness that came in at the very, very end, I'm like, oh no, oh my gosh, the heartstrings they pulled was just wild, and it was so well done. The conclusion was outstanding. The performances were outstanding. The music was outstanding. Everything about it was just absolutely super. I could talk about this film for a long time, but I won't, because I got to end this video pretty soon. It is out on Amazon Prime right now. If you have Prime, get this film. You will not want to miss it. I know it's out on DVD through some independent sellers I saw on Amazon, and I think the official release date of the DVD, I think it's the end of October. I think October 29th from what I read somewhere. But it is on Prime right now, so get this film. You will not regret it. Again, it's called Man's Best Friend. You'll be very glad that you did. God bless y'all. Have a great night.